All right, I think we're live on YouTube now.
The superior streaming service.
We are. Cool. Those of you just tuning in, I'm trying to connect my streaming from Twitch to YouTube. Probably going to transition slowly to YouTube. Words are hard. Since there seems to be a bigger audience on YouTube. Hello, Sola. I'm going to do some World Boss next, and then we'll do some AB. My favorite game mode. Hi, Cleo. Everyone's favorite puppy dog. It's the mascot of the channel. My cattle dog. Can I have it? Dang. Dang. Oh, yeah. Hello. Don't worry, I'll pet you more. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yes. Hello. 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 Yeah. You seem to like the head scratches today, huh? You got itchy scratchies? Are these itchy scratchies right here? Oh, that's happy girl. It's a happy dog. Oh, it's a happy dog. Oh, it's a happy dog. I will do the rest of my zombie clears later. But that's my advice. Let it autoplay in the background to get through all of the rewards, and then push it as high as you can. Get the rewards out of the way first. That's what I do every week. That's why I'm on level 1. Alright, see these challenges here? I want to get all of those. And once I get all the challenges, then I push it up. And it's just basic clears. Shadowlands, of course, just restarted, reset. I am going to Dimension Missions at some point, but I want a World Boss and Alliance on the stream because people want to see some action, so. Basic strategy, I repeat it in every live. I auto-reset for one of the World Boss Legendaries because they drop Tier 4 mats. Don't care who I get. Opinions on the next update. I haven't dug into it. But I do like the idea that some of the characters are getting new skins. I don't like the fact that it's with Marvel Rivals because I don't like Marvel Rivals. But that's a personal preference. Moon Knight being in an all-black uniform bothers me because Moon Knight's got to be in the classic white. That's just how he goes. The Luna Snow outfit, I'm wondering if it's going to be meta over the Summer Lily one. I can't remember how long we've had this one for. Summer Lilac, I'm sorry. But I do like the idea of getting a new uniform for her. I don't know how I feel about it. I still, you already know what my favorite uniform is for Luna Snow. You know that this here is the best uniform they've ever given her, in my opinion. Yeah, they had other skins to pick from. Why Moon Knight is... Right? That's what I'm talking about, right? I like Moon Knight. I always have. I do not like this uniform. My favorite uniform is this one, the classic one from the comics, the one that I grew up with. I'm not a fan of Mr. Knight. Modern is so-so. This one I'm just not a fan of, but this armored one, this looks like the classic Moon Knight that I remember from the comics, or very close to it. It's always been my favorite, because I've got a couple comics of his from when I was a kid. I thought he was like the Batman of the Marvel world, but that's not really so much true because of his whole possessed by a god power thing deal where he's split personality thing. Like, that's always been in the comics, and it just never really stood out to me. I just always thought of him, jumping around the roofs with little gadgets from his belt, and his little moon plane vehicle reminded me Disney and Mr. Knight is my favorite look. Fair. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We all like different stuff. Opinions and preferences. You know how it goes. We've had numerous conversations on that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and push today. Usually I try to push, but then sometimes I'll drop just to get the clears done. So 49 is where I'm stuck at. So superhero female. Well, clearly this team can clear that. Wait a second, yeah? What do? You help Universals. You're not going to help me on this team, that's for certain. I suppose this is probably the best team I can do for Storm. 45% energy increase and a filler character. Alright, cheerio, let's go now. Don't know why I went really bad British accent, but apparently I needed to, so. Ta-da! Alright, let's do this. Come on, 3, and boom. Bro, I left my casual shoes at work. I left my work shoes. Brutal. You are just not having a good day. Well, at least you can get your shoes tomorrow. That's right, run away from me. Watch what happens, Black Swan. You will face my wrath. Ooh, my 7 didn't go off. There was a crazy wind, too. It started pouring ice cubes, and I go to work with my MTB. What's an MTB? While going home, it started to rain like crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. At least you made it home safe. And your shoes are safe. And if you're anything like me, you take off your shoes when you first come through the door. You don't wear your shoes inside. Don't matter, unless you're going somewhere. I hate shoes. And if it wasn't for dogs and potential of hookworms, I would probably walk barefoot in the backyard all the time, too. I used to do it a lot. I do it less lately. Usually I put on my backyard shoes. I've got backyard shoes and front yard shoes. Front yard shoes are for leaving the house. Mountain bike. Oh! You rode to work on your mountain bike. Good on you. That's probably why you're skinny. When I go to work, I change to my work shoes. But while leaving, I forgot to change back. Ouch. You're so happy and excited to get out of there, you're like, pfft, these shoes are dead weight. Let's go. Well, you're able to ride home on the bike with no problem wearing your work shoes, so you probably just weren't paying attention. Although with what you do for a living, I can understand not wanting to bring those home. Or do you carry them on your bike with you? I guess I'm not clearing this. This is not a clear, is it? 2 minutes and 39 bars? Brutal. I know I could switch to Ghost Rider. That would probably be my best bet. Oof. Wow, why does it lag the further up in level it gets? Yeah, 9 seconds. This ain't happening. 3, 2, 1. 13 bars. Not good. I don't care. I just leave my work shoes at work, and now my casual shoes are just laying there. No one better. Well, I hope they don't take them. This would suck. Feel like I probably should switch. I'm gonna drop this to 45. Ooh, I'm not even using the right team. That doesn't help either, does it? I didn't even realize that. I have physical strength people, so I'm not getting the boost from the teammates. Why didn't you warn me of my silly decisions? Oh no, it is 5 to 5. That's weird. But why would I have physical attackers in here? Interesting. Probably working on her potential and just never pulled her off. Does White Fox have a tier 4 yet? I wonder. For the past 6 months, I've been doing only Gene Stage 1. How come? Just to get it done? Should still be able to walk through, like, I don't know, at least Stage 9. Oh, mutant materials. I gotcha. Fast clears is one of the main reasons I dropped the level. Hello, Zetro. Welcome. How are you today? Not much, just doing some world boss. How about you? "40 seconds is too slow for me." Fair. Nice. Who you pushing today? Can you give me like a account roast so I can like find out what to improve after the world boss run? I can definitely look at your account. I'm not very entertaining when it comes to roasting, but sure. Let me know what game mode you want to focus on, or just general advice. Either one's fine. Give me your in-game name. I'll take a look. Blaze, is there any way I can beat Galactus on solo? Who's the best leader, dealer, support combo that I can use? It depends on your account. Orange Lens, but yeah, you can definitely solo Galactus. I can solo Galactus. When you solo too, if you don't have a group of folks with you, typically what ends up happening is you get less rewards. So you do want to play all of the giant boss raids with a full team of 3 to get the best rewards. Yeah, Galactus is a one-shot. Yeah, that's true. But yes, absolutely, we can go through some of them. If you want to give me your in-game name too, I can make suggestions based upon your account. As far as best, there's too many options for GBR to say best. I mean, I could go through the roster and name some top easy clears, but it just depends on who you have built, really. So it'd probably be better to look at your account. I'm going to look at Zetro's first, right after I get this clear. And then I can look at yours next and give some suggestions. What Solar is saying is true, but that's why I'm saying let us look at your account. So, because if you're struggling, then it's probably has to do with your account, so we can recommend some teams for you based upon who you have built and available. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Switch, switch, switch. I might die here. Not paying attention. I'm talking in chat. No, that's not good. Yeah, I'm dying. I'm stuck in the wall. This is what happens. I'll look at the account first, and I'll come back to this. Probably switch to my phone so I don't have the lag. I'm using LD Player because I like using a controller while I play. Friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? This is why you don't sing for a living. Okay, Zetro. Never die. Ooh. There you are. Let's do a such. I always start with cards. Cards are the most critical things, as well as swords, because what cards are going to do is affect every single character on your account. So to begin with, honestly, all of these cards are decent cards. Are they the best card set in the game? No, but they're all decent, and you're crafting them, which is good. Let's do the check. There are 3 cards here that have a proc. If you don't have the proc, you need to reroll them. You have the proc. You do not have the proc, so you definitely need to reroll this. Obviously, you know you need one more blue star so you can get your Pierce up, which is going to help you. Without the proc, you lose a lot of value in this White Fox card. It's all about the proc. And then this one's got the proc as well. So cool, you got the proc on Ghost Rider and Luna. That's a good start. Get your proc on White Fox. I don't like to settle for anything less than a quality 5. You're doing pretty decent there. Let's see what sort of stats you have down here. You have energy and hit points at the bottom. Okay. What do you got over here? You have cooldown, critical damage. All good stats. This is pretty decent. Like I said, you have this well rolled, so I probably wouldn't touch that, but I would finish crafting it to all blue. Over here, this proc doesn't really matter. The energy defense and the all attack. Ooh, you do have the all attack at the bottom. Now, wait a minute. You have the new Avengers down here. Ignore defense max. Replace this. This is not a good card for PvE. If you want some PvP value, okay, but I feel like this is a wasted slot. Also, obviously, if you can roll that last blue star to an all attack, you're better off. I know that's hard when you first start out. So some of the blue stats, like see that's all attack and crit rate, that's beautiful. You still went to proc on there though. Even though you've got the physical defense and all defense are not that great, max hit points is so-so. Definitely reroll this card until you can get the proc on the bottom. All attack, critical, nice. All attacks, you got that with most of them. All attack and attack speed. Yeah, you're doing pretty good on most of these. So not too bad on most of them, but yeah, you gotta obviously do some work on your cards. Not too bad on a whole. How are we doing over here? You do have one of each type. That's good. Ooh, you got 2 6 stones. Good. Cooldown duration. You got 15% on your swords. Not bad. This is actually a pretty decent setup for where you're at. Character-wise, so obviously these 2 characters, both Null and Kang, are PvP characters. You do have a very decent CTP on both of them, so that's good that you're tier 4 characters that are well built. Likewise with Sentry. So far, so good. Thanos is tiered forward with... I'm not even sure why you would put that on him. So Thanos, especially with this uniform, shines in PvP. So you would probably want to put a PvP obelisk on him. Having a... Even though it's a 200 proc, which is nice, I just don't feel like that's a good choice there. What we got? Okay, at least you're amplifying. Yeah, I mean, you're building these characters pretty well. You clearly have some knowledge of the game. And everything is amplified. Okay, cool stuff. How are we looking with Mephisto? Nice. Mighty competition. Good choice. And Odin's blessings all amplified. You do only have 1 flame attack, but okay, I get that. Those could be fleshed out a little bit, but still pretty good. So with Adam Warlock, not only is he not like super good at PvP, he actually does better with an energy. So I would consider saving Conquest for better characters that need survivability and putting an energy on him. Up to you, of course. Completely your choice, but just something to think about. His big thing is his 2, especially when he comes back and revives. He can pretty much punch the ground and one-shot some characters. That's where he has a lot of value in PvP. Scarlet Witch, Rage, perfectly reasonable choice. Good stuff on her, but no Obes. She's actually super strong. I would consider throwing some Odin's Blessings on her. Surfer, again with the Conquest, okay. He's not, I mean, he doesn't really even have a lot of Obes either. I don't know. If you've got the Mighty Conquest to burn, I guess it's fine. Apocalypse, yeah, Authority, yeah, he's not even really worth using right now. Wolverine. I actually find Wolverine does a little bit better with a Greed. Conquest is not a terrible choice. You got a lot of Conquests. Doctor Strange, Rage, great choice. Yeah, you're doing fine with your Doctor Strange. Storm, Competition. I personally feel like she does better with a Rage. I'm not sure how you're doing with her with Competition, so keep with works for you. I would definitely flush her out a little bit more because she is stronger than Doctor Strange. I know she can't do all the same days, but with this uniform, she does outscore him, and she is one of the top characters right now for open world AB and infinite mode AB, which I'll show you here in a few minutes. So I would highly, highly recommend you flesh out Storm a lot better if you can. Like I said, if the Mighty Competition's working for you, that's fine. I have a brilliant Rage on mine, and definitely give her some Obes. Let's see who else you have. Got some Carnage, got some Moon Knight, okay. Venoms. Cool, cool, cool. Energy on your Sharon Rogers, great for World Boss. Authority for some Black Widow. Budget PvP. Bullseye with Rage makes sense. Gamora with an Energy. Ooh. I feel like she's more of a Rage character. Solar, you use her a lot. I use her in AB, and I find that it's more difficult to proc with her. If you can work the proc, cool, but you probably want to roll this up to a 200% if you can. I know you've got the beat down. I don't know. You do have the beat down. Are you using her in World Boss? Because she has an AB day. Spider-Gwen, a proc. I would put at least an anger proc on her. I don't know. If you can get that proc to land, obviously she eats World Bosses too. Spider-Man with a regen, that's fine. He's not usable in a lot of tons of places. Conquest on the Ghost Rider, that's an interesting choice. I know he has striker value, but Hela with a destruction makes sense. Loki with a rage, good choice. Thor with a rage. There's other characters I would probably put the rage on over Thor. He does great in World Boss still. Aside from that, you might want to... I see you don't got the Luna at all. Yeah, Gamora, I would definitely give her something more, a little more user-friendly. And I'm not seeing Cyclops. There he is. And you have the uniform. Cool. I was going to say, Cyclops with Storm and Dazzler is going to be a huge boost for Open Day for you. And pretty much any game mode you want to use her in. Do you not have... I don't think you have Dazzler at all. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you're not doing too bad. There's not a lot of advice I can give you besides for the few things I pointed out. You are making some pretty good decisions with what you have available to you. Solar, feel free to go nuts. Let's see, because you'll roast. And then we want to talk about Galactus next. The next update going to be crazy indeed. I just want advice overall. Fair enough. Replace Avengers card. Absolutely. I'm kind of PvP focused. I am planning to replace the White Fox with Zombie Spider-Man. In my personal opinion, I would set up 2 card sets down the road if you want to be PvP focused. PvP is limited and you can get more materials for building. PvP is also a rich person's game in the sense that if you do not spend a lot on your account to remain competitive, there is struggles. You are PvP focused but have PvE set. Right. Oh yeah, Authority or Conquest for Thanos. Conquest is better. Authority has pretty much died off in usability. Conquest is pretty much the best all-around PvP CTP at this point. Obviously, you want to reroll it Mighty or Brilliant. Conquest is the best PvP. Yes, I agree with Solar. But since Thanos isn't really meta, Authority works. And that's fair. There is not a lot of spots you are going to use him unless you're doing like Alliance Conquest or something along the lines where you need additional characters. Like there's that one PvP game mode where you set up the 5 teams. So there are spots you can use him still. So I think Conquest is still worth considering, especially with how many you've got. Gamora works with an energy. Yeah, but doesn't she do better with her rage? But rage better, yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no problem. Yo, hey, Destroyer, welcome. I'm kind of free to play, so I can't get seasonals. And that's fair. Solar's in the same boat as you. If you're free to play, then you shouldn't really go hard on PvP. I just tier 4'd Gamora like 30 minutes ago, so I'm still testing. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. There was a question about Galactus. Are you still here? Orange Lens. Do you want to share your in-game name and I can suggest some teams to you? The big thing to think about when it comes to GBR, so Giant Boss Raid, for the most part, most of us are going full Dormammu. I do have guides here on YouTube if you want to look them up. I put together all 3 world bosses, but then I broke down each individual world boss and what you would do to clear them. Let me grab the one for Galactus specifically, and I highly recommend that you give that a view, but I will cover some of that here in this video as well. So, Galactus. Here it is. It's only a 16-minute video too. Cool. But this will walk you through all of his attack patterns. It will walk you through teams to use, and it will walk you through like different things to avoid. So here is the link to that if you're still here, Orange Lens. I didn't see you message or anything like that, but check out that video. It kind of walks you through. If you confirm you're still here, I will go through a couple suggestions with Galactus and a couple teams, but if you don't confirm you're here, I'll assume that... Oh, I got some stuff I can get here. If you do not confirm you're here, I'll assume that you're not here, and I'll just move on with the stream. Oh, you are here. Ha ha ha. Sorry. I was like, getting impatient. Like, you respond to me. Let me know you're here. Ooh, confirmation. Grebenkov. 18. Awesome. There you are. Let's see what we got going on. I always start with cards, like I said. So one of the things that's going to hurt you is not having good cards. So again, you're running in the same situation here. So when looking at cards, I do have a card video as well. When looking at cards, you want basically all P cards, but you also want to make sure the top stats are going to be advantageous towards the game mode you're playing in, such as attacks. Attacks. All about attacks in PvE. So you'll see stuff like Gwenpool, right? The top stats are cooldown, max hit points, and ignore defense. Even though cooldown's important, max hit points and ignore defense are not going to help you do more damage output. Same thing over here. You have all attack, that's good, but all defense and max hit points don't do much for you. Over here, cooldown and max hit points. We're seeing this trend. So even though there is some usability, for the most part, you want to replace most of these cards in time, and you want to start crafting. Not having crafted cards or really strong cards is going to affect your ability to clear. Sword-wise, I do like that you have one of each type. That's not too bad. You are getting 31% extra all attack, which is going to be super helpful. You can get more cooldown from your cards. 3.1% is super low. I'm sorry, from your swords by re-rolling them. Character-wise, Storm. 100% Storm is going to be a clear for you with Galactus. I guarantee it. The big thing with her is really rough build. Obviously, if you're able to reroll the rage, you want to reroll the rage. You want to put Odin's Blessings on her. You have like skill cooldowns. Cooldowns should be coming from your swords and your cards, honestly. You want to have attack stuff set up on your Storm. I'll show you how my Storm is built here in a second. Jean has potential, especially with the rage. She has potential to be a clear for you. So there's Storm and Jean. Those are probably going to be your best options for clearing Galactus. Doctor Strange, if you tier 4 him, you do not want an energy on him. That is a complete waste. He is not proc friendly at all. Authority on Hulk. Hulk is a PvE character. I would pull that authority off him as well. You have Scarlet Witch with a rage, which is not bad. You don't have her best uniform, and she's also not tier 4. Polaris with an insight makes sense. Conquest, that makes sense. Greed, that makes sense. Yeah, so for you, this is why you're struggling, is because limits on options. If you are able to, your best clear team is probably going to be Storm and Jean, and if you ever flush out Doctor Strange. For Storm, her best team up is going to be Cyclops, Storm, and Dazzler. For Jean Grey, you're going to want some sort of a leadership, such as... By the way, you can also use Polaris' leadership with Storm as well because of the whole mutants leadership thing. And she works decently for support. So because you have them, you might want to put those together for right now. So maybe put Cyclops on the team as like a side support, or use his leadership and Polaris as a side support for your Storm. Gene-wise, you want to have, like, if you have Ghost Panther, that would be great. If you have Satana, which I don't know if you do, Magneto is too low to use his leadership. You are going to be very restricted in a lot of your options. You do have Ghost Panther, so you could use Ghost Panther as leader, and Dazzler. Cool. So put Cyclops, Storm, and Dazzler together. Give that a whirl. Jean, try to give her Ghost Panther's leadership with Jean, and let's see if we can get you in there support. Maybe Polaris. No. Yeah, Polaris. Use Polaris as your support for Jean. Give that a try. See if that works for you. And then follow my video tutorial where it kind of walks through some of the attacks. So some of the things that you want to look at. So this is a well-built Storm. With Storm, you'll notice everything is amplified. Everything. All Odin's blessings, everything amplified. I have the one here that gives lightning damage. Damage doesn't cap. So you always want as much damage as you can get. ISO 8 set, Power, or Overdrive are the two sets you go for most. Obviously, having a type match artifact helps. Brilliant Rage, Uniform, all mythic options. That's usually the type of stuff that you want to do. You want to put that damage output. So when you get to details here, you have certain skills that can cap in gold. The attack speed's not bad to have capped, but it's not top. Critical damage, ignore defense. Those three should be capped on every PvE character you have. Dodge needs to be capped on any rage character you have. It's very useful in PvP, but it's extremely useful for rage characters as well because your damage scales on that. And then energy, you want to dump as much attack into the character as possible. If you go to info, it says energy attack. They're an energy character. That's the one you want to build. So you want to, for Storm, it's all about the energies. 123,000 energy attack. That does not cap. You can put as much as you want into there. So just keep stuff like that in mind as you're building out, flushing out your rosters, your characters, your cards. I have a Black Panther card. Can I replace one here? Don't give attack speed, Urus. Correct. The Black Panther card, it depends on which one you're talking about. This is my set. This is probably one of the better sets in the game. And I'm probably going to replace my Avengers card here soon. Notice everything is at least 6, if not 7. Everything is blue. And when we view the cards themselves, you'll see just all of these procs and stuff. All of this is critical and important. When you're looking at the stuff at the bottom here, double attacks. Huge to roll a double attack. You want to keep that. Your top numbers never change, but they scale based upon your quality. All of this is in my card video, by the way. The blue stars, all as well. All attack on every blue star on every card that I have. If I go through all of these, it's all attack on that blue star. It's huge to get that attack up. Makes a massive difference when you're playing the game. But yeah, look for stuff like some of these. This needs the proc. This one needs the proc. This one needs the proc. You want to make sure you have that proc on some of these cards, and with a physical attack or some sort of an attack if you can to really push that. It's huge. The card that I'm going to replace the Avengers card with, I'm actually rolling in my inventory. I'm probably going to end up putting this Fantastic Four. So you see I already have the all attack here, the critical damage, and the critical rate. Ignore defense, all good stats. The resists are trash. I just need to get better stuff rolled on it. As you can see here, I've got the instinct, critical rate, all resists. So I'm probably going to end up putting that one on there. I kind of feel like I want to get these two better resists first, and I need to compare to see what I'm losing. Everything you switch on cards is going to have a huge impact, but some cards you just don't use at all. And I do have the zombie one, but again, the zombie one's not going to be massively helpful, especially with this low of a quality for my account. So you just got to take your time, pace yourself, look at different options, and find out what your account needs, and then aim for that. Polaris leader and Panther support. Sure, that's a good one. Good choice. Got it. So I should use attacks for Storm and not those cooldowns. Correct. As long as you have your cooldown, you need max cooldown, but you want to get it through cards and swords. Blaze, to stream both on Twitch and YouTube, you need a plugin for OBS. I know. I just don't have it. So I really need a lot of work on my account. Yeah, you do. Just pace yourself, take your time, ask the community. I used to have a Discord where you could ask advice, but most of the active players are gone now, so I could invite you. But if I do that, it's going to be me and you only. And it's always best to take advice from a group of people. You don't want to just listen to one person. Even if they're like me, who's been playing for years and they're a star creator and they've got massively built out account, that doesn't mean I know everything, and it doesn't mean choices I make are always the best choices. And that's the big thing when people give advice. They give you advice based upon how they would play. Your account and how it's built makes a difference. So you need to consider, ask why, and then make an educated decision. Sometimes it's just personal preference. Sometimes it's opinion. Sometimes it's your ability to play the game. So a lot of things are going to impact on what you enjoy doing. So just take your time. Can you add me in queue? What, for count review? You can send me your thing now. I'll take a look now. Go ahead and give me your end game now. I'll take a quick peek. You sent a video in Discord? Thanks. Oh, cool. I'm glad I was able to help, man. Cool. Let me look up your account real quick. OMCAR, SVANJARI. There you go. Looking for just a general overview, or is there something specific you want to focus on feedback for? Yeah, same thing here. I don't know why so many people have this new Avengers equipped. I don't think this is a good option for PvE. This card here, the Uncanny Avengers, used to be the best PvE card back in the day, top 5. It's kind of fallen off. There's better options now. You have the 3 critical stats locked in. All basic attacks, cooldown, and ignore defense. All 3 of those are critical. So this is not bad to keep for now. Definitely replace this eventually. Roll it in your inventory. Get your new P card as a replacement card up to 4 blue stars. You do not want to lose your 5% pierce. Then, before you equip it, compare it. Make sure you're not breaking your account by switching cards. Worst advice I've ever had from someone, and I've had someone do this to me, is replacing the equipped card you have or re-rolling an equipped card, because it breaks your whole account. I actually dropped 2 million a week in my AB scores by listening to someone on card advice. Because they're like, well, this is the best card, instead of looking at how it would impact my account so that I could prepare for the switch. And I never let them live it down. Every time I talked to them, I complained about it. And I did it for 3 years. I complained to this guy. Every time we brought up cards, I would get pissed because he had me replace one of my Thor Loki cards. And I was just like,
It ruined my account.
I literally had to go through each character and rework their whole builds to get it to work with the new card. And the card wasn't even that great. I eventually ended up getting rid of it altogether and have a new card set. It's history, but yeah, take your time, but replace this card. Zombies, again, more, I would say, more geared towards PvP. I mean, the all attack is good, but again, ignore dodge and max hit points is more PvP focused. So I think both of these cards would be good on a PvP set. I highly recommend, for all players, focus on PvE so you can mine and farm materials. If you go PvP, build a new card set down the road. If you kind of have a card set that does a little of both, I think it hurts your count more overall. I know it's 1,000 crystals to unlock a second card set. I get it. It's expensive to roll a second card set. I get it. There's not a lot of gain from PvP. I mean, if you're a purely PvP focused character, fine, then go all PvP. If you're doing both, you're hurting. You're going to be mediocre at both versus really hammering into one. I know you are using the hybrid. I'm just giving you my advice. Like I said, this is just my feedback for you. I get what you're saying, and I understand that. I'm just pointing it out that it's very clear. In my opinion, I would replace both of these. Fantastic Four, I think, is a great card. All attack cooldown is fine, and you have the proc, which is important. That's what you want there is the proc. The energy cooldown blue star is not ideal. Like I said, you usually want the all attack like this if you can. All attack blue blue star all attack on the last one's the most important. White Fox with the proc, good stuff. The biggest thing is the quality and the hybrid mix. I think both of those are bad options. 5 or bust, preferably 6 or 7, but 5 or bust and choose a lane. That's my opinion when it comes to your cards. Swords, you'll also have one of each. Good stuff. Where is you're only getting 5% on cooldown? You can get higher than that. I would recommend re-rolling to get higher percentages on your cooldown. 5% is better than nothing, though. All attack 34%, not too bad. Obviously, nothing fully at 6 stones. It takes some time, but you can get there. Nothing big advice on the swords. Swords are looking pretty good. Kang. Tier 4 Kang is painful to look at without the newest uniform and without finishing your ISO 8 sets. Nothing on him either. Tier 4 with not okay. So you're not. I don't know why you tiered for him. It's painful to look at. Null. Greed's great option. You got the Mighty. That's some cool stuff. You do have the all attack instead of the ambush. I'm not sure why you did that. So up at the top there, it says increase all basic attacks. You want the ambush, especially with the Mighty. So I would consider re-rolling that. Cool. You got his absolute evil. That's neat. Decent. Odin's blessings. Okay. Yeah, I mean, on a whole, your null's not looking too bad. Fisto competition's the best one for him. Absolutely. Ooh, you got the flame and everything's amplified. You are missing something on this. You need one more, obviously. And if you can get some more flames, it's even better. But this is pretty reasonable. Also consider getting this up. So it's a tight match, 4-star. I would rank this up a little bit. Not that it's critical, but I would still rank it up. Your Mephisto's looking pretty good, though. Sentry with a brilliant conquest. Nice. Yeah, no, your Sentry looks amazing, dude. This is what I'm talking about right here. Sentry looks fantastic. Power of Angry Hulk. I don't know if that's necessarily the best PvP set for him, but it's fine. And a 20. Good stuff. And it's his type. I mean, not the type match, but it's his artifact. So yeah, this is Sentry's looking fantastic too. Thanos. I don't know why. I know at one time Wise Harvester Thanos was decent in AB. Seeing a rage on Thanos makes me rage. And no, I feel like that's a waste that needs to be pulled off. I really do. This is an old school one. I don't know if you have Lucky. Yeah, you do. You have Lucky. You should tier 4 Lucky and just get rid of Thanos. Without Thanos' newest uniform, this is so old school. I just don't like seeing a rage there. Wolverine, same thing as I gave advice before. I think he works better with Agreed. It's not that Conquest does not work with him. I just think he works better with Agreed. You could get if you can get it, obviously the double hit point Odin's Blessing on each one, and then a double hit point Urus, just to give him a deep pull for survivability is going to go a long way with him. But not too bad. Not too bad. Doctor Strange with a rage, good stuff. Good stuff. Obviously could use some more Odin's Blessings, but yeah, I mean, you're not doing too bad here. That's fine. Interesting. At least you have the type match. Magic's mostly PvP. That's fine. Storm. I see a lot of people using Storm with competition. I mean, if it works, it works. I don't know. For me, she's always been a rage character. Especially with how good she is in the game. I feel like she performs better with a rage. So, yeah. At least you got the lightning Odin's Blessings there. She needs better Odin's Blessings. And finish her set here, man. Get these maxed out. This is going to hurt you. You're going to get a match bonus. These bonuses that you get for the set bonus is higher when these are all maxed out. Max out her IS set. She is easily like top 5 PvE characters in the game. Storm is in the top 5, 100%. Rage on Hulk makes sense. Makes sense. Be better if it was Mighty. Venom. Venom, that makes sense too. Human Torch, I see why you would put a Judgment, mostly for World Boss. And who else do we have to look at? Nothing on Gamora. That's a little sad, especially with Tier 4. Obviously, again, finish ISO 8 sets. That's very important. Spider-Man, Miles Morales with a Judgment. I can see that. He's like one of the best strikers in the game, especially for ABAL. Alliance Battle Legendary. Ghost Rider with a Rage. Interesting. See, mostly I see people just use him previously for Striker. He still has utility. It's just he's fallen off. I don't think you should pull the Rage. Thor with a Judgment makes sense. Where he's at right now. Scarlet with a Rage. Good stuff. Hopefully you can tier 4 her soon. I mean, on a whole, your account's not doing too bad. I would highly recommend tier 4ing Loki and not using Thanos anymore. I would pull that Rage from him. But on a whole, I mean, not a ton of advice, but that's my 2 cents on a few things there. Not doing too bad. Definitely work on your Dazzler a little bit. She'll be a great support for you. Like I said, Cyclops, Dazzler, Storm is like the go-to PvE team. So, let's see. Thank you guys. I'll go ahead and watch their videos of Blaze, starting with Galactus. You all have a good day. Well, I guess he's gone, but if you're still here, you too. I'll unequip guy, not destroyer. I'm using hybrid for now. Hybrid isn't a thing. You have one PvP card, isn't helping you in PvP. You either go all in or don't. I agree with Solar. Grinding cards. I'm capping in my characters. Waiting for discount. Rerolling, use 92 obs, but no max stats. Ouch. He is not useful for PvP according to me. Who is not useful for PvP? Are you talking about Thanos? Thanos isn't PvE anymore either. Why even have a Rage on him? Right. Like that was my point, is he's just like toss and ignore him, like tier 4 or not. When you use him with the newest uniform and you give him a PvP build, I mean, honestly, he's not even usable in a ton of game modes. I can't remember all the PvP game modes for some reason. It's driving me nuts. But there are game modes like Otherworld Battle. I don't think you would ever use Thanos in. Timeline Battle, you're never going to use Thanos. Team Battle Arena is the one I was thinking of. You may use Thanos here. In fact, I have Thanos on one of my teams here. But that's also with the newest uniform. And like I said, this is not like a make or break build him. For the most part, Alliance Conquest and Team Battle Arena are the only 2 places I use Thanos at all. Otherworld Battle, I don't really use him if I can avoid it. I mean, I might use him here on occasion, depending on what the restrictions are. I need to rework my team, by the way. That was kind of like a... Don't use that as a good example of a team to build. Timeline Battle, though, for the most part, I'm always going to end up using Sentry and Null and Kang. Like, Sentry, Null, and Kang are the top 3 PvP characters. And then you have other really good ones like Adam Warlock and Wolverine and stuff are still solid choices. And then you have supports. I tier 4 him when the uniform was launched. Fair. And nothing wrong with that. We're just... And again, it's your account. You have to play it how you want. But you ask for advice, and the advice is that uniform is dated. There are better options. And having a Rage on that character doesn't make sense when there's better options to put the Rage on. So, again, if you're going to use them that way, use them. It's your account. You have no one to answer to but yourself. But from the outside, that's the advice. That's the advice we're going to give you. And I bet you most people would give you that advice too. And just to make something very clear, the game is for having fun. Play it how you want. Here's a prime example. My top 3 favorite characters in Marvel: Doctor Strange, Magneto, Shang-Chi. Hands down. So I build all 3. Shang-Chi is worthless. Nowhere in this game is he useful. But I have all of these Odin's blessings amplified on him. Waste. Complete waste. I have a maxed out Power of the Angry Hulk. I have his artifact for +20. I've got custom gear, Mighty Rage. I have a mythic uniform. And it does nothing, and I use him nowhere. And you know what? I don't care. I like him. I'm building him. It's the same thing when Doctor Strange fell off. I continued to have him maxed out. And everyone's like, oh, he's no longer meta. Don't care. He came back, luckily, but don't care. Build him how you want to build him. Just be aware, if you do so, you are missing out. There are better options. That's it. That's our only point. Yes, I can check out your account, Goofy. If you want to give me your in-game name, I will give you my 2 cents. Kardiki, welcome. Welcome to the stream. And then after I give you some input, Goofy, I'm going to switch to my mobile phone. And I'm going, because I'm playing on LD Player, I'm going to play Infinite Open Mode with Storm. But I don't want the lag, so I'm going to switch to that, and then I'm going to knock out some World Boss. So do one more account review. Go ahead and pop your in-game name in there, and then I will move on to that. Fair. Tier 4ing, not fair keeping that rage for so long. This guy wasting mats on Shang-Chi's elite gear. Yes. Yes, I am, Solar. Again, I like him. I don't care. Are you live first time? No. So typically, I'm on Twitch. Streaming on Twitch. But my Twitch streams have died, and I'm a star creator. So I keep streaming on Twitch because it's part of the deal. If you have an account that's associated with your status, you keep streaming once a week and you get bonuses. I pass out crystal coupons, I give advice, and I just talk about the game, mostly because I love it. But, yeah, that's what it's all about. So this is my, I don't know, 3rd or 4th stream on Marvel Future Fight specifically. I usually just make videos and give advice in my videos. So let me check out your account. I'll give you a few suggestions, and then we will switch on over. So, Franz, why can't we be friends? Oh, I might have to copy-paste that, because you got some funky characters in there. Funky characters. See, this is also why it's good to be on LD Player. So I can copy and paste like that. Boom! Look at that. God of Stories. As always, I like to start with the cards. So let's see what we got here. Actually, I like what I'm seeing here. So far, you've got some pretty good trends. All blue stars besides for your Ghost Rider. All quality 6 or above. Let's see if you have the 3 procs, which is the most critical for Luna. You got the proc. Good stuff. Attack speed and mind resist. Not ideal, but with a 6, I could see you leaving that. I probably wouldn't mess with it. But the attack speed, it's decent to have, but I would probably prefer a different stat than attack speed and resist. What we got here? Again, same scenario. We got the proc. Cooldown's okay to have, but I probably would prefer something like an attack stat. Crowd control is pretty much worthless for the most part. This is an old good card. So it's, it's okay to have. And I see the all attack on the blue star, all attack on the blue star, all attack on the blue star. So far, man, you're knocking it out of the park with these cards. Energy attack on the blue star. Not ideal, but okay. You don't need the proc on this. Attack speed and energy. You at least have the energy and attack speed. Both are good stats to have, and it's a quality 7. Unfortunately, that blue star is an energy attack, which hurts your physical characters. But on a whole, still not too bad of stats, and the Black Panther card is a decent card until you can get better P cards. White Fox, ouch, you do not have the proc here. Even though this is a 7, and you have the all attack on the blue star, those 3 stats in the bottom are not good stats, and it's all about that proc. It's going to hurt. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to hurt. But luckily, now see, the quality is going to drop the percentage on all those stats above too. But I really, 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 really highly recommend you reroll this card. You want to save up to 300 rerolls, but you want to land at a 6 or idealistically a 7. Settle for a 5 if you want. You want a 6 or 7 with that proc. That proc's going to make a big difference for your account. That's it. Your cards are actually pretty slick. So we got, 4 cards at 6 stones. Good. Swords. 4 6-stone swords. There we go. Blech. That's a tongue twister. Not too bad. We got 43% on the all attack. Good stuff. Your cooldown's at 7. Okay. You can get that a little higher, but 7% cooldown on your swords is pretty solid. So far, so good. Let's see what we got going on over here. So we've got a Conquest. Conquest is a great choice for Kang. You got his newest uniform. You got some Odin's Blessings. So far, so good. What do we got here on Null? Brilliant Greed. Great choice. You got his Artifact. Nice. Got it up to an 8, too. Yeah, good Null. You got a good built Null. Mephisto. I want to cry. So Mephisto, in my opinion's top 5. Like Storm, Doctor Strange, Mephisto, easily top 5 PvE characters. I highly recommend if you can get a competition, a mighty competition or better, not a normal, mighty or brilliant competition on Mephisto. Get an artifact on him, get some Odin's Blessings on him. He is going to do work for you in AB and World Boss, a lot of survivability, Second Life. Highly recommend that you get Mephisto flushed out, especially with him being in tier 4. So that's very sad for me. Sentry, okay, Brilliant Conquest, great. Got the type match, plus 11, good stuff. Yeah, you've got great PvP characters so far. Yeah, Brilliant Energy, yes. Mighty and Brilliant Energy works so good on Adam Warlock, it's not even funny. I'm sure he pops up in one-shots. I would amplify your Odin's Blessings. If you're putting Odin's Blessings on characters, there's no reason not to get them all sparkly and get that little bonus. That's the big thing for him. But yeah, he's well-built. Doctor Doom, Authority used to be good. That's fine. Silver Surfer. Kind of sad to see a conquest on him unless you have a surplus. I think you should put this conquest here on your Thanos, personally. You don't have any Odin's Blessings, so you're probably not really using him much for anything. But you even have his... I don't know. I really feel like that conquest should be on Thanos. That's, yeah. Oh, cool. So you got her artifact, which gives her a relife for second, or keeps her from dying. Greed is not a terrible choice for her. So yeah, so far your account seems very PvP focused. Jean with a Brilliant Rage. Brilliant Rages are hard to come by, and Jean has fallen off. Jean's not the best in any one particular game mode. Same thing with the amplifying of the Odin's Blessings. I would not leave Rage on her unless you have a surplus. Wolverine, Conquest. Same thing. I think Greed, but I know a lot of people put Conquest. Conquest is like one of the best PvP ones. It's fine. I don't think you need to pull it. Doctor Strange. See, I would put the Brilliant Rage on him or Storm, if you even have Storm. You don't have Storm. Ouch. I would put the Brilliant, on Doctor Strange or Storm over Jean. That's just my 2 cents. But at least you got a Mighty on him. You do not have all of your slots filled with Uru and Odin's Blessings. That's surprising, considering he's one of the better... He's, again, one of the top 5 PvE. So you definitely... Ooh, Greed. Yeah, you definitely are... you have to be PvP focused with an account like this. Mighty Rage, good choice. Luna, brilliant, good. Again, amplify. Lucky. See, I would also put a Brilliant on him over Jean. Not that Mighty's bad, but yeah, same thing. He could use some Odin's Blessings. You have some Uru on here that are not 6-star. That's going to hurt you unnecessarily. And you do not have a Gladiator tier 4. I would consider tier 4ing Gladiator, Scarlet Witch, and Storm if you want to do more in PvE. And obviously you would need her newest uniform. Not a ton of advice or feedback other than that. That's my 2 cents for what you got going on. Card a key, we're going to do a little bit more before we continue to do... Okay, I'll do one. Last one. Anyone else coming in? No more for today, but I will take a quick look at card a key since you already popped it up and you've been waiting patiently. Who is the corner photo? What corner photo? Which one are you talking about? On my... oh, you mean on the stream here? That is an AI-generated image of me. Sometimes I put on my camera and you can see my face while I'm playing. I don't have it on for today. My wife's walking by a ton and she doesn't like to be on camera, so I do not have my camera on today, but that is sort of what I look like. Ish. I don't know if I have a more recent image or not. Not that it matters. But... Oh, that's a sideways image of me. That's me. Sideways. Not really sure how to rotate it quickly, but you get the idea. But yeah, it's an AI generated image of me. I described myself to AI and it generated that. So that was actually pretty impressive how close it was. Guess. Lol. He doesn't need advice. Advice. Need him. He is a pro. Who doesn't need advice? Advice. Let me pull up your account really quick, and I try to catch up. I try to read everything everyone says, but it sometimes gets difficult. Agent. Is that 00 SKC? Yes, I guess so. All right, what we got going on here? Quick overview. So, biggest thing is get all blue stars. That's number 1. Number 2, never have anything below a quality 5. Number 3, get rid of this PvP card. Like, so many people have it. Like, stop. It's not a good card to have. Not for PvE. You got the proc, cool. You got the proc, cool. Energy, max hit points, okay. Not terrible, but it's quality 3. And then this one here's got an energy. So I would like reroll quality on your Black Panther and your Avengers, and then I would get all your stars to blue, and then I would find a better replacement for your new Avengers. That's the biggest thing with your cards. You don't have a blue star there to complain about. You have an energy attack here. You want an all attack for your first blue star on the far right. And again, instead of, well, it's a red, you need to reroll that anyway. So yeah, you just need some rerolling. That's the first thing. Character-wise, again, Mighty Conquest, okay. I mean, this is decent build with Kang. You could use a couple more hit point things, and always, when you're doing Urus, especially tier 4 characters, always make them 6 stars. Never put anything below a 6-star Uru on a character that's tier 4. That's my opinion. Null with a Conquest. I think he works better with a Greed, but I think a Conquest is fine. These are amplified. That's looking a little bit better. Good stuff. And nothing that's below 6 stars. Sentry, likewise, with a Mighty. Okay. Okay, yeah. Sentry is really well built. Sentry's well built. Your Null's well built. Your Kang needs some work. Doctor Strange. I mean, you've got that mini anger proc deal, but I really think he deserves a rage, and he does work. You are missing Urus from slots. You do not have maxed out Urus, and you don't have a maxed out ISO 8 set. All of that is painful to look at. A rage is good, but it should be mighty or brilliant. Reforge that. Same thing here. She needs Odin's Blessings, and you need to stop putting less than 6 stars on those Urus. Hulk also deserves a rage. Venom, this is a waste. Why? Competition, mighty or above, should be mostly for elemental characters. This is fully wasted on Venom. Take that off immediately. Captain Marvel. I mean, she's not really usable too much anywhere. But again, ISO 8 set could be finished. Ghost Rider with a Judgment. I mean, I could see why you would do that. And there's no one that needs Judgment right now to pull it off. Loki just needs to be reforged. And again, same thing. I'm seeing a consistency of unfinished ISO 8 sets. Hawkeyes is for cooldown. I usually recommend Poa or Power of the Angry Hulk. I don't think Hawkeye is a very good attack set, but everyone should have an attack set for sure. Thor. Okay, I mean, yeah. Finish your characters. That's the biggest things. Greed, I think, is great on Wolverine. Like I said, it's a perfectly reasonable option. Your account's not bad. I just think that you need a lot of work, and you need to refine some of the characters that you already have built. That's the biggest thing that stands out to me with your account, and the few things I said with the cards. See, for the most part, you'll notice, and I cover this in other videos and stuff, again, everything needs to be amplified. And then when you are doing your sets, always Overdrive or Power of the Angry Hulk, and always 6 stars amplified. And with all these Urus, like I said, they need to be 6 stars or above. Most of my characters, you are going to see these type sets. It's Power of the Angry Hulk or Overdrive, and everything's red on pretty much all my characters. The only exceptions are going to be characters that are PvP focused. You might see some binary powers. But everything else, Power of the Angry Hulk, and everything's amplified. All of them. Overdrive, Power of the Angry Hulk, Overdrive, all of them. Same thing goes for these Urus and stuff like that. You're either going to see all Odin's blessings that are amplified, or they're all 6 stars. So if I get any of these here, all 6 stars. All of them. Well, haha, look at that. I made a liar out of myself. When did I give her a 5-star critical damage? Well, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I don't use her anymore, but if I was going to use her, like, I guarantee these are 6 stars. Yeah, dodges are all 6 stars. That's a little embarrassing. I got caught lying. 6, 6, 6, 6. All of these are 6 stars. All of them. He might not be. But he is too. Yeah, I do not know what's going on with those 2 on that Psylocke. These should all be 6 as well. Yep, all of those as well. Some of these still need to be amplified, I think. No? Are they all glittering? Yeah, they're all glittering. But yeah. That's just my 2 cents. That's the advice. I'm going to do some A/B after I read chat. But I do want to read chat, get caught up a little bit here. Got any tips on how to get gold for the anniversary? Oh, hey, Wolf. Hopefully you're still here. So the biggest thing for trying to get gold is grinding. Grinding. Using energy, doing all of story mode, letting it autoplay through, do your Shadowlands. The biggest thing that a lot of people seem to overlook, because I mean, obviously here I've got like, what, $1 billion, is when you are doing your daily dispatch. This is the biggest thing people overlook a lot. So in your dispatch missions, this fills up. You can reclaim this at least 3 times a day. Look how much gold I get. Look at that. All of these are gold, and a little bit of bonus for being a VIP. Daily doing that. Like, always do that. If you are on an alliance team that does conquest, alliance conquest, you will also get conquest bonuses to, like, I think I get like 4 million a week from conquest alone. So get on an active alliance team if you can. I mean, gold like drops out of the sky. Also, sell extra mats that you do not need. Make sure you don't need them. And if you go here to your inventory and not your inbox, good job. And then you find stuff like, for example, if I wanted more gold, I could get more gold. I don't need it though. But for you, do you really need all these? Look at this. Look at how many of these I have. 283,000, 333,000, 337,000, 300. So I could go here and I could say sell, and I could check this, and then I could sell them all. Look at that. I can get 9 million gold right now. Now, I'm not going to sell that many, but I might sell like 44 of those, and then I might sell some of those like that. Right? And I might sell some of these. And if I sell that, 4 million gold right there. Just got 4 million gold in a few seconds. So if you have mats that you genuinely don't need for anything that are sitting there, go ahead and sell them. Just make sure you don't need them. These ISO 8 stones are the biggest ones. You use them mostly, I mean, there's different spots you use them, but mostly I end up using them for rolling for BIOS, which is important. So you want to keep some on hand. Don't sell them all. But you can sell a chunk of some of the stuff that you don't need. Same thing with these here. I reforge them. You just sell them. ISO 8s that you get, I like to combine them together, and then I like to take them and convert them at 6 stars, so I have 6-star conversion stones. But you could sell them all instead. It just depends on what you need for your account. So pay attention, but sell ISO 8, sell custom gear, sell cards that are not P cards, and that you haven't collected. If you have that you've collected. If you have not collected it, get it to 6 stars to add to your collection. That's more important. But once it's at 6 stars, you could sell it, or you can convert it for rerolls. I like having rerolls, so I do that instead. Those are the biggest ways to get gold. That was Wolf's question. Blaze, you have to remember that Annie is on the corner. If something looks kind of weird, like a tier 4 with no uni, or for example, Mephisto with no CTP, that could simply mean the person is waiting for Annie to. Yes, and that's fine, but I want to give advice as if that's not the case. Makes changes. Yo, what's up? Hey, D&D. Jetty, welcome. Message retracted. Okay. I did it with Galactus. Oh my goodness. Storm Cyclops Dazzler, as you said, it worked. Now I can earn Vishanti without being kicked out. Thanks, man, as always. Absolutely. I'm glad that helped. I'm a Jean believer. She will come back soon. She could. She very well could. She has come back into the meta multiple times. Thanks. Can I get some advice on second card set? Sure. Check mine. I did. Handsome. Yes, I am. Thank you. Bro, if I see another new Avengers card... right. I can't believe how many people have the new Avengers card. Like, seriously, I've had people ask for account reviews before, and I never see it. And then the second I ask for it, it's like everywhere. Everyone had one. It was absolutely insane. I almost feel like Solar's paying you, and this was a setup. Whom should I give competition? In my personal opinion, the top and this is my opinion. Again, do research. Don't take my advice. Take my advice into consideration. Top contenders for competition, in my opinion, number 1 is Mephisto, which is why he has one. Number 2, I would actually say, is Hades. If you have Hades. You might not have Hades. But Hades also would be worthy of a competition. And after that, it's kind of... I've heard mixed feelings. Now, I've got one on Zeus. I'm going to pull it off because it's a brilliant. I'm going to put it on the Mephisto and give him a... It's just I score more with a brilliant Zeus than I do with a mighty rage on Loki. Loki's supposed to be better than Zeus. I just don't score better. Again, doesn't matter what's best. Figure out what works best for you. But then I would consider... I mean, I could see Scarlet Witch being considered. I don't think Storm would be good with it, but a lot of people are doing it. So if you're scoring more, but Storm and Luna would be considerations for a competition. For the most part, competition is going to be valuable for anyone who is energy, right? So we have Fury here. So we're going to increase all damage by 80% and additional all damage by 70% of concentration. So the more concentration you have, the more damage you do. That's the first thing to keep in mind. Then we have stuff down here, right? Ignore bosses' damage, increase all damage dealt to boss types. So it's obviously geared towards world bosses. That's mostly what you're going to end up doing it on. But your AB characters, the AB bosses, are also bosses. So boss types. So world boss and AB both are going to be getting the crap kicked out of them. Compare that to different stuff like rages. In my opinion, rage does better in AB. Judgment seems to do better against world bosses. Competition, I haven't noticed a huge difference. But all three, rage, judgment, and competition, have the advantage and bonus of you don't need to line up your procs. Anytime the proc goes off, anything inside of it's taking the damage. So that's my 2 cents. I'm sure other people have different advice. Whom should I give competition? You don't have to give 6-star Urus, lol. 5 is fine. Come on. Do 6 or bust. I don't agree with you, Solar. You get less gold if you're not VIP 1. Fair. Blaze, do 300 mil Uru combine. But I don't have any more Uru. I did them all. They're all combined. The combination. Don't sell 4 to 6-star custom gears. Bad advice. You can. To clear them up, you can. I don't. I never do. I always end up doing the quick upgrade, as you very well know. I always try to get them to 6 stars and convert them, but you can. All depends on what your account needs. I also don't do that with these. I'll combine them. Like I said, I'll get them up to 6 stars, and then I'll start combining them. I try to keep these below 40, so like now that they're up to 40, I'll convert, and I'll just like, grab like 9 of them or something and just get myself to a lower, because a lot of this ISO, a lot of stuff sits in inventory and people ignore it. Don't just let things sit. Convert them, especially if you need room. If not, you get to play the inventory management game when you have to. All right, so we're going to switch over to my phone. No, never sell 4 to 6 obelisks. You will always need them to re-roll. Just convert them and stockpile. You barely get any gold from selling them. That's fair. Can I see you top 3 PvP? Oh, mine? Sure. Yeah, I don't mind. So my top PvP characters right now, Sentry is my best. So what I have with Sentry is, again, with all of these here, they're all 6 stars. almost everything is 6 stars. Apparently these 2 energies are 5 stars. And I have the hit point 1, which is amplified for my sentry. And then for my... I've got Poa. Everything is 6 red. And then I have a 4-star plus 10 artifact, which is his artifact. My custom gear is a Brilliant Conquest. I have Clash. And then I have a Mythic Uniform on him. So that's the way my sentry looks. Probably get his dodge up a little bit higher since I'm overcapped on attack speed and ignored dodge. And then over here I've got Null, who's probably my second best. Now he has more Odin's Blessings on him. Most of those are amplified. I have got Poa on him as well, all 6 red. I have got a Destruction artifact because I do not have his actual artifact. And I have a Brilliant Greed on him with Ambush. And then, oh yeah, he has a uniform now. He has a Mythic uniform as well. And then I have Kang. Kang has got a Mighty Conquest on him with Clash. His uniform is also Mythic. You'll notice a trend. I like to build them all. He has a 5-star plus 15 type match artifact. He has Poa. And then I have, again, Urus. And I've got some of the hit points amplified. And I've got the double hit point things on him with a whole bunch of 5 stars, apparently. Those are my top 3 PvP characters. I do have Adam Warlock, like I said, with the Mighty Energy. I do have that on him. Binary Power for survivability's sake. And then, I don't know... I do have a Deadpool that's worth showing off. I mean, he has a Destruction. I need to put a Conquest on him, but he does have a type match 6-star plus 15 artifact, which is kind of slick. So I do have to... I'm probably going to slap Conquest on him, but I mean, honestly, aside from Alliance Conquest, I'm not really sure what else I would use him in. I'm trying to think if there's... Oh, yeah, Wolverine. Wolverine would be top 5. Where is my Wolverine hiding? I got a lot of characters. I'm sorry. Where are you, Wolverine? I know he's a 4-star. Am I seriously scrolling past him? Am I that blind? I know I can search. Oh, there he is. I am that blind. Wow. Okay. So, yep. That's what we got on over here. And then I have got Overdrive on him. And I've got 4-star type match plus 13 artifact. I've got a Mighty Greed with an Ambush on him as well. And a Mythic uniform also. So, that's what I got going on there. I do like to collect stuff. I've got every character in the game. The tier 2s cannot go any higher. The tier 3s and tier 4s, I don't have everyone tier 4 that can, but I have everyone tier 3 and Transcended that can. And then uniforms, there's one that's a paywall that I don't have, these normal ones, and the 3 heroic, 5 rares, and 2 advanced. All of these here are paywall uniforms. Everything else is mythic. So I like to collect, and I've been playing for a little bit of time. Okay. Turning this off, hang tight, and turning this on. Actually, I'll leave that up so you have something to look at while I get out my external cooler for my phone. Got a USB cooler that wraps around my phone when I'm playing. Keeps my phone cool. All right, let's turn off Do Not Disturb, link to Windows. Okay, game booting up. Let's close the game down over here, save some bandwidth, and then open up Phone Link on my computer. Scroll down to Android, wait until it loads. Loading, loading, loading. Android! There we go. Now we're on my phone. So we have no more lag, hopefully. Hopefully it streams right. Sometimes it doesn't stream right, but there's no lag when I'm playing, which is important. Do you have space in your friends list? I do. Show your card effects? Absolutely. Can show off my swords too. My swords are impressive. See, here's my thords. Look at that. Look at all those thords. All them 6 stone thords. I just need one more thord. And then my cards. View effects. There you go. So I'm sitting at 33.1 attack speed, 24.8 for critical, 58 for critical damage, and all attack at 103. Physical at 37, energy at 43. Ignore defense at 50. Dodge 25. That's pretty much the big ones right there. And then I got the 3 procs. So, yeah, I got some pretty good stuff going on. Not too shabby. I am one of the top 600 AB players, I think, in the game, which is not super braggable material, but it's the best I can do. I have spent money on my account. I am a star creator. I'm not playing this game mode. What am I doing here? I'm doing... Not doing world boss right now either. Seriously, Blaze. Focus. Let the floor of the floor flow. Let it flow. Where is AB? That's giant boss right there. It's not Alliance Battle. I want Alliance. Oh, it's right there. The big portal. It's the portal. And as I was saying, your best bet for this day is Cyclops, Storm, and Dazzler. The problem I have faced... Fight me. With boxing gloves? Let's do it. Or do you mean in the game? My PvP teams are not super awesome. You'd probably walk through me. My score usually is about 29 mil. I've not been able to hit 30 mil yet. So we're going to switch. We're going to pop here. We're going to boop, boop, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Let's see if this actually allows the sound to come through. Nope, the sound's actually going to jump around a little bit and delay. I am so sorry for getting stream lag. I don't know how to fix this. It's just running through my Bluetooth device, my Bluetooth dongle on my computer. Okay, that was fun. He was too far away to even use my 6. Usually they're like right next to you and up your rear. I'll find out real quick if this is a mistake and I need to reset because of the delay in that 6. Probably should, just because any delay is a bad thing. I know a lot of people that play this with Mephisto, and honestly, if you do well with Mephisto, use whoever you want. But I find Storm does better. She's almost designed for this game mode because her tier 3 will actually penetrate to the next boss. It'll keep going off. It doesn't get canceled by a boss dying. And that's a problem I see with some of the other characters. I don't know if the same is true for Mephisto or not. But I know I score more with my Storm than my Mephisto, and that's the big thing. Who do you score the best with? Who is your best built account? Who do you have the best supports with? What support characters have the best support CTPs on them? You have to figure out what's going to work best for your account. So if your Storm does not do as good as another character, use the other character. Run away! Run away! Run away! Whew! That could have sucked. Ha 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 ha. You thought you could get me. Nope. Denied. Purple attack denied. Behold the power of the storm. Face my shocking fury. Oh, here they come, here they come, here they come. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, you're going to do your splashy splashes. Okay, I'll run around you like this. Now what you going to do? You're going to die to Storm. That's what you're going to do. Storm is going to fry you, lightning bolt style. Behold Storm's power. Mistress of the elements. Bow down to Storm. Whee! He's going to jump on me in a second. Nope. Nope. You can't pounce on me. This is a no pouncing zone. What you going to do now? You're going to get lightning shock. That's what you're going to do. Take that, Kang. You haven't conquered anything. You were conquered. Got the built-in stun gun of the mind. Ooh, okay. Null's going to get all frisky here. See what he's going to do, if he's going to do his slashes or his splashes. Oh, no, he's doing his splashes. I'll come over here, and then I'll pop up over here, and then BAM! I'm going to hit you with some more of this. Some more of that. What do you think of that? And then I'm going to have to go here, and I'm going to have to go wee, and then I'm going to have to move away before he gets me. Oh, no, I can't see what he's doing to attack. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to splash this up here, like this. Like these, like these, like these, like these. And then pop in some of this. And then he's going to try to attack me again. And he's going to do splashy splashes one more time. And I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to pop up and like this. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Seriously? How many times are you going to attack me? Woo! It's the slashes. Usually I can kill him too. There we go. And there's my 29. $29 million. Woo. And then the rest of the timer runs out, and then I'm like, I didn't clear my 30 mil. Why? And that's how we play World Boss. It's the best I can do. Okay, so and I write down my score. 29632 and then that's a 0 because we don't do normal score today. 29,603,646, and then over here we put the 0 as well. Oh yes, like this. Okay, score recorded. Moving on. What did I miss? Time to invest into red magic, right? I am also low level player. You are like VIP 13. Yeah, I've spent about $3,000 on my account. You are a whale. I am dolphin. Git always does the same attack first, then does the slashes. Have you tried Strange? I have. Strange is my favorite character. He's also the best built character I have on my account, and he scores less than my Storm. I've also tried Mephisto. I've tried multiple characters. I score the most with Storm, and some of the best players in the game also score the most with Storm, so I've been sticking with that. Are you a voice artist? I like giving voice any character in movies. I've not done movies, but I have some books on Audible. I have 3 books on Audible. I'm working on the 4th one, and I've done some machinima. And if you've ever heard of Witcher 3, there's a fan-based thing called The Last Wish Project, and I have 2 roles in that. I might be able to get a couple more roles, but I have 2 different roles. I play Lord Seglin, and I play Nivellen. So I do a couple of voice characters. I do impressions as well on occasion, but I'd like to be fun when I'm voicing into my microphone. Behold and enjoy. I'm going to do some challenges on the world boss, and we will do this now, here, with the thing. So this is the best way to actually clear it, so I can actually crank this baby back up. And now we can take the Storm, and if we go here, if we actually, my fat thumbs, if I can hit the magnifying glass and hit that, there we go. The other reason I like to use my thing. Okay, and then we're going to switch up here to Ghost Rider. And idealistically, what you want to do is you want to take Ghost Rider, and if you drop him down to this uniform, go ahead, Solar, tell Neck I'm still giving his advice out. I usually credit him too when I do it. But if you switch here to Ghost Rider in the older uniform like this, you will clear faster. Guarantee it. I guarantee. 100%. Interesting. I have Storm with a comp, so I use Strange and get 32, 33. Oh, nice. Man, you're scoring high. Yeah, I could play it with Strange. It's not a very pretty sight. Not score-wise. I score like 27 with my Doctor Strange, and he also has Brilliant Rage on him. Like I said, he's better built than my Storm. With Storm, I have a Brilliant Rage as well. And I've heard a lot of people with competition on Storm don't seem to do as much as they do with a Rage. Which is why I'm surprised so many people are actually using a Rage. But it is what it is, you know? If it works for you, go for it. Have at it! Sorry for no sound, but it's skipping on the sound just like there's a little stutter with the gameplay. I will switch back when I finish doing clear. I'll switch back to LD player so that you don't have to worry about the janky jumping video. I appreciate y'all sticking around through this janky jumpy video. Fortunately, I do not have a red magic phone, but I am taking a collection if you would like to donate. What could you do better with your own money than use it yourself? Well, you can give it to Blaze the streamer, and he will spend it on stuff to entertain you more. Yes, give me your money. I'm joking. I don't have a GoFundMe up, but I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't have one. You can already see this compared to the last one. Look how much faster I'm already clearing this already. This probably will be a clear. Just by using this instead of LD player for no lag, and the Ghost Rider Striker. Wishes advice from a player called Neck10. He is always in the top 50 for AB. He is easily, I know he'll say top 25. He is easily one of the best players that I used to know. I don't talk to him anymore. He's a jerk. But when I used to talk to him, he gave the best advice. I actually became a better player listening to his advice. He's in one of the top alliances too. But he knows the game. He plays this game like a mofo. Solar here in the chat had a comparison with Neck before with his account, and like 2 million more. Same, everything the exact same. 2 million more. Dude is insane. And I don't know, Solar, if you're around for it, but Bob Sarge scores 40 million with his Storm in that, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's switch so I can survive this time. Yeah, sorry, Rogue, you have to be sacrificed, but, I let myself get in the corner talking again. Oh, yay, I'm gonna live. I'm going to live. Wee. But yeah, he definitely legitly did it. Bob Sarge is absolutely insane. He probably is better than Neck, honestly. I swear he scores more than him. Ah! Stun you now. Ha 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 ha. Now you'll know how it feels to have your stuff messed up. Be like, I'm in the middle of doing something, but you're gonna stun me with bolts of lightning, and I will face your fury. Run away! Oh, you're gonna go to the center? You're gonna just do, okay, I'll do circles. There's an X, there's an X, one more X. Now I come in for the kill. Yeah. Come to the center, slash, 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 miss me again. Ha! You're not very good at killing people, are you? Are you? No, I didn't think so. Oh, look at that, you're stunned again. You're stunned again. And for those of you that were here earlier through my struggles and you remember I could not clear this, look at this, I got a minute left to go in 4 bars. I'm telling you. Well, I mean, obviously the no lag from the phone, so it actually, you can do more skills by not lagging on your phone. But you'll notice the Ghost Rider alone actually can give you another minute to your clear time. The Ghost Rider. Oh, you want to be stunned again. You're going to feel so salty. You're going to do your little mountain thing in the corner. And then I'm just going to be like, stunned. Oh, you did 2 of those in a row. You're trying to cheat. You think cheating is going to save you. No, You are still done with 38 seconds to spare. Whee! Have you tried Strange? Are you a voice? Do you use Locky for ABX Striker? I do. So I use Locky for ABX, and I use Miles Morales for ABL. Now, for Infinite Open Day, I do not use either. I use Type Match, and that was actually a tip from Neck. He said Type Match does better for Infinite Open Day, so I am actually using Gambit as my striker with my Storm. Wait, you're not in the same ally as Neck? No, no, no. I'm in the sister alliance. So there's like Timeless, which is the main one, and there's a secondary alliance that I'm in. They're same chat, same group, but basically anyone who's not as good as Neck and his team is in my alliance. So I'm not like top 25 player in the game. I'm like I said, top 500, maybe 600, definitely top 5, I think. Yeah, I don't play AT right now on break from Nemesis. So I'm in Redemption Gods and AC Alliance. Even have Mephisto with a Conquest. Fair enough. Wait, you're not the same ally? I sent you a request, accept. Bob is better than Neck, lol. Neck himself says that. I'm joining a top 20 ally soon. Nice. Good to see you playing again. You have a love-hate relationship with this game, Solar. Stuff and things. Yeah, my phone's heating up, and I'm going to switch back over to LD Player so I can have some sound on, since a lot of you are not a huge fan. You're not a huge fan of stuff and things. Silence. My brain stops sometimes. Just be having a conversation, then all of a sudden, randomly out of nowhere, I'll be like, my brain. I don't know. I don't know. The thing. Oita. I do like my little mini cooler AC unit, though. It is pretty thick. Oiska. All right. Back over here. Tally-ho! I guarantee the first thing that Cardi Key is going to do is challenge my PvP team with his PvP team and then tell me about him kicking my butt. That's the real reason he wants me to accept him. Alrighty then. Let's go to friend requests. Friend request. This one's you, right? The agent 00, I think.
Reject all these others. I don't recognize any of them. Begone!
Then we're going to go here to Arena. Then we're going to go to Timeline. And then we're going to say friendly match. And then we're going to say... there's Neck. He's still on my friends list. Should kick him off of it. Jerk. Agent. Are you ready?
Too late. Here I come. Fight!
You got right. Be right back. Gonna walk out my 16-year-old dog. Cool, sounds fun. I'm going to allow the autoplays to plays. I'm not going to manually play and cheat.
Behold! Bow down before me. Now this is your Kang. Round 1, fight.
Mortal Kombat!
Ooh. 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 How do you like the Necro Sword?
I don't know. How do you like mine?
Null versus null. Back and forth, back and forth.
I'm Am I gonna wipe you with one character? Ouch! Come on, Bob Saw. Not Bob Sarge, but Bob Sentry. Sentry of Bob. Oh!
Victory is mine.
Actually, I've played people's accounts multiple times, and I don't win every time, and like it goes back and forth, so it could be random on the victory too. But since I've publicly shamed you, are you really getting mad at me because I'm using Agent Venom? So just for the record, when you use Null, right? When you use Null, if you're not using Agent Venom, it's hurting you. I would not use the team setup you have personally. I would either take Null out and put in a support, or I would take Kang out and put in a support like I did. That's what I would do. You also have 936 points. I have 956. Our accounts are fairly comparable in the PvP department. Feel free to beat the crap out of my characters as much as you want. I'm sure at some point you will victory. You will win and make me taste bitter defeat. But not today, and not on stream. We're going to drop it down to 40. 40. Apparently I've got one clear team for 40. Really? Only one?
Only one for 40. And the question is, do I use Magneto, Lord of Magnetism, or Jean Grey?
Magneto.
Magneto. Master of Mystery.
Five, and then spam it all. I came strong later. What happened? Did you beat my team? Actually, there's a glitch in timeline. What's the glitch? Boom. Here we go. Moving along. Singing our thong. Ollie wally lally la doo. Yeah. Behold the power of Magneto. Actually, I'm probably not going to clear this with Magneto. Probably should switch to Storm. I mean, to Storm. I wish you could use Storm again. Probably should switch to Jean Grey. Jean does do more damage as much as I like Magneto. Wee. I will not step into the purple. You cannot make me. Look, circle of freedom. Circle of protection. Circle of safety. Now I beat down on you with fire and flames from the Phoenix. Ka! You have to refresh 1000 to real score before fight. Why? Boom. Flame and fire and burn. No! I will move and let you throw it in the corner. Look at that. Look at all this space I have now. Ha! Fooled you. told you.
Behold the power of the phoenix, the flame of the eternal sun.
And I'll go to this corner. Come in this corner. Oh, look at that. You gave me a huge box to run around in. What am I going to do? I'm going to burn you.
Burn you with flame and fire.
And I should have used Gene the whole time, because 28 bars in 2 minutes, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. If I had the 3 minutes, or if I was using the Ghost Rider. Should I doubt Gene's power and stop now? Or should I continue to relentlessly beat upon the Black Swan? Do you know why she's called the Black Swan? Because Gene burnt her to a crisp. Flame and fire and brimstone. The two birds, the phoenix and the swan, have faced off. And the phoenix rises from the ashes. And the poor swan gets burnt. Oh, so sad. Wee, do do. Jean Grey's over here like, you doubt my power? I have the high ground. Don't try it, Anakin. Oh wait, nope, wrong movie. Ooh, look at Jean proving me wrong. She says, not happen in my rear. Not happen in my rear. This is done with 34 seconds to go, please. Alright, that's the glitch. If I fight without refreshing, I will win.
Maybe. I believe in you. Keritiki.
I don't know how to say your name, so I'm guessing. Hopefully that wasn't too butchered. Okay, so that's my only one for mutant. So we're going to drop it down to 35 for some energy. It's time for blast.
Hoist kadaya. Chimayaka.
Oh, stretchy stretch. Let's go. Oh, magical powers. What are you going to do about that? More magical powers and portals of doom. Behold!
There we go. You serve but one purpose, to bow before the master of the mystic arts, Doctor Strange.
Wee. I will hide down here. Nope. Can't touch me. Bloop, 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 bloop. Wee. Kabloom. Kabloom.
Portal of Doom. Clones of Econ.
Images of Econ. What am I saying clones for? Sheesh.
Let's go.
You are movie obsessed or what? How's you talking? I'm not movie obsessed. I do like me some fantasy, comics, books, games, movies, TV shows. Do like to entertain myself, I do. Swan. No, you will not get me. You cannot touch me. No killing. Bad Swan. Put you back in your room. Oh, I'm going to go to this corner. Come on, try to get me over here. Whoop, I ran away. Now what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to do a portal. That's what I'm going to do on you. Images of Econ! Lag City. I summon slow internet. No.
Black Swan launches a powerful attack.
Oh, you missed me. You missed me again. Oh, man, you're bad at this. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Boom!
1/2/move. We outside the bubble, inside the bubble. Outside the bubble, too late. I got hit.
And now I'm going to summon another images of Ikan.
And now all the spells shall slam into you like this, and then you will die. Adjust with my English, it's broken. Oh, I did not know you didn't speak English. You are typing it very well. What language do you speak, if I may be so bold as to ask? Skulle du isländska? Jag talar bara smålväs isländska. Oh, Hindi. I do not know Hindi. Why can I not use Luna? I don't understand. Oh, she's not a blast character. She's a blowy speed character.
Which means I must drop the levels yet again.
Where are you from? The United States
Of America.
Jägerbanterisk. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Pretty sure for me it's Jägerbanterisk. And for women, it's Jägerbanteriske. Wee. No! I'm stunned. Say love you, Trump 3000. What's Trump 3000? Wee. Oh no. No. Oh, I just messed up. Not paying attention. I'm trying to remember if I know any phrases in Hindi at all. I don't think I know any. Usually I know like a handful of words, or I can at least say hi. I'm only fluent in English, but I do know a couple words in Icelandic, obviously. A couple in Japanese, and a couple in Mandarin. A couple in Polish. Just a couple words. Not enough to have a conversation. I love language, though. Language is awesome. Must be so cool to be fluent in two. Like you. I don't think I'm going to clear this with Crescent. Crescent does really really well against world bosses. I'm sorry. Really well in AB, but not against world bosses. I only know basic English. I can't make difficult sentences and conversations and jokes. Nothing wrong with that. You seem to understand me well enough, and I can understand your written English really well. I actually have someone else on here who likes to watch me. He's from Lithuania, and he likes to practice English when he talks to me. He said it's helped him and improved him over the years. I'm like, cool. I served a purpose other than just entertainment. Actually, he's usually on Saturdays. I'm surprised he's not on right now, to be honest. There we go. That should be a good chunk. Welcome back. Welcome back. You missed me flexing my language speaking skills. Speak Japanese. Biru ippon onegai shimasu. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? Anata wa totemo utsukushii desu. What else do I know? Mata ne. Mata imashou. Like I said, only a couple words. I'm not fluent or anything like that. Watashi wa American jin desu. Genki desu ka? Genki de wa arimasen. You didn't see how many dog fell from the strong. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. This what? What striker do you use in ABX and ABL, and what CTP for those strikers? So it depends on which day. For the most part, I am using Loki as a striker for ABX, but he doesn't have a striker CTP, so he has a Rage on him. And then I think it's a Brilliant Rage. If it's not a Brilliant Rage, it's definitely a Mighty Rage, but I think it's a Brilliant Rage. And then for ABL, I use Miles Morales, and he has, I think, competition. I'll have to double check. I don't remember off the top of my head. And obviously, when I'm using Miles, I will either use Loki or I'll sometimes use Ghost Rider as a striker. I'll double check my CTPs here in a second, though, after I clear this. I'm just saying random stuff. I'm not, like, doing smooth stuff in Japanese. Like, biru ippon onegai shimasu is, may I please have one bottle of beer. And then when I say genki desu ka, it's quite literally, how are you, or good are you, if you want to translate it literally. And when I say genki desu arimasen, I'm fine. Well, Genki des is like I'm fine. Narimasen, I think is like not so well. So it's basically saying I'm not very fine. Instead of you just say Genki des if you're doing fine. And then Watashi wa American Jin desu is just quite literally I'm an American. You gotta learn all the stuff. Like I used to be able to say thank you in like 13 languages, and then I could say like, do you speak English in a couple of them? I'm trying to remember the way to do that in Japanese. I can't think right now. I'm trying to kill this boss. I need to learn how to read. Well, I'm trying to read and play all at the same time. Bear with me. Well, I'm glad I could be your tour guide for this evening. See, look, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I need to focus, Solar.
Do not distract me now! You will die!
With 1 second to spare. You misread the message all the time? Did I really? What striker do you use in ABX and ABL, and what CTP for those strikers? I read that right. And I even said Locky and I have a rage on him, and Miles and I don't know what I have on him. So he said CTP, not uniforms. So my Miles is sporting a brilliant judgment. That's right. And my Locky is sporting a brilliant CTP of rage. So, but for the most part, Locky seems to be the best striker for ABX, unless you're using him, obviously. And for Miles, best striker for ABL, unless you're using him. So Ghost Rider's a neat backup, or you can use them for each other. It just seems like elemental damage, like Miles, does really good in ABL, for the most part. That's usually what I end up going with. I wrote my dog, and you read many dogs. Oh, you. Ha!
It's all about you.
You didn't see how my dog, how many dogs. Okay. You didn't see how my dog fell from the strong-ass wind. Oh, well, I am hoping your dog is okay. That is very heartbreaking to think about. Why are you not usable now? I don't understand. I don't know what level I was using you on. Does this work here? No, this doesn't work here either. Guess we just increase the level and just say, screw it. Let's swap you. Swapping. Put you here? No, you're not going to help any. We will use you, who is completely worthless. Nope. Locky? What's wrong? What did I miss? Do you not have Locky? Locky is 100% the best ABX striker, for sure. I assume you are trying to type Locky, but it's spelled L-O-K-I. Locky. Blaze is too slow for jokes. What joke am I missing? You mean the right way? Locky. 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 That's how you pronounce it. I will never pronounce Loki, Thor, or Odin inappropriately just because that's how y'all want to pronounce it. You can pronounce it that way. I'm not going to correct you, but don't correct me. Solar gives me crap for it all the time. Ah, 16 bars. Bow before me. We run around, run around. There's an X, here's an X, and there's another X. And then I can go pop, 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 pop. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Hayato. Haha. Teach me to look down at typings. We got it, we got it, we got it. Oh man, Blaze, what? Habibi, where is your Odin son Tor? I have no idea what you're talking about. Ooh, I have boost points. I like to do like 2 or 3 full boost points runs a day, and then you can get all of your stuff from GBR. Which I already have them all, so I'm fine. I wonder how many tokens I've saved up. I just bought 3P cards a couple weeks ago, so I probably have no tokens. But if I get to the time... that's not the ones I want, but I need to spend these too. What do I need the most of? Let's buy some of these. I also no idea what type of English I am speaking. Yeah, you do fine. I think it's shop. Maybe? Dimension chest? There we go. Yeah, I don't have enough. Okay. Because I just bought 3. I don't know if I should be saving these for when the update drops or not, but I do have a ticket to get a free 10. And I feel like I should wait until the update drops. I don't know. Gamble. I'm not gambling right now. Never ever gamble unless it's discounted. You know that. I try to stockpile. I am learning. Teach me how to do good jokes in English. Depends on your audience. Some people like not safe for work jokes. Some people don't. Some people like story jokes. Some people like to get made fun of. Most people do not. So I would avoid jokes that attack people personally, or attack their heritage or religion or anything like that. Those jokes usually do not fly over too well. I would stick with jokes that are more casual. There's like stupid ones like what's black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white? Penguin rolling down a hill. What's black and white and red all over? Newspaper. Stupid stuff like that. Just fun things. One of my favorites is you knock knock joke. You say to someone knock knock, and as soon as they say who's there, you say interrupting cow. And they'll say interrupting cow who. But before they can finish saying it, you go moo! Like interrupt them while they're trying to say interrupting cow who. So as soon as they say interrupting, you go moo! It's hysterical. Or you can draw it out and say, you know, you keep saying apple, and then apple who? Knock knock, who's there? Apple, apple who? Knock knock, who? And you repeat it for a while, and then when they're eventually wanting to give up, or especially when they're like, you know, I'm done, you're like, oh, come on, one more time. You say orange, and when they say orange who, you say orange, you glad I didn't say apple? Stupid stuff like that. You know, I'm showing my age. Jokes were fine, Blaze, just too dense to get them. Brutal, dude, brutal. Or if these are specifically jokes to make fun of how I speak, I don't think making fun of how people speak is funny. Ever think of that? Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you today? How you liking Marvel Future Fight? You looking up to the... Are you getting excited? I was born in the 80s, yes. Born in 81. I'm an old man. At least the oldest I've ever been. Close nothing. I was born in 81. So, yeah. Oh, you're asking if I'm 80 years old. No. I was born in the 1980s. Please check my ID. What I need to improve. So the first thing is with swords, you want one of each type. Don't stack multicolors to get rid of the purple eventually. You want to have one of each type, and you want as many of the stones as possible to match the sword color. That's the first thing you want to focus on. The next thing is, let's take a look at your cards. So you want nothing but P cards. Get rid of Ronin, get rid of Doctor Strange. The P cards, I've got a whole video on them here on YouTube. Go check that out and watch them. Crafting them up is good, but you want... Solar, I'm telling you, Solar, we are going to see this card every single time. Every single time. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of... Yeah, this P card is not good. The Spidey is not bad. Luna's okay, but you need to... Even though quality 7's fantastic, you really want to reroll this with the proc. That's the biggest thing for it, is having the proc. This could be rerolled too to a double attack at the bottom, but you want to have like a 5 or 6 quality. But like I said, I've got a whole video series on how to do cards. You have Storm, again with the competition. You want to do a couple things. So the first thing is, uniform should be eventually at Mythic. You want to fully flush out your ISO 8s. Everything should be red 6 stars. You want to put Uru and or Odin's Blessings on every single slot available on the gear. And you want to amplify those so they're sparkly, like you did with the energy attack down there. You eventually want to try to get... See, this is not even a type match. This is not good. When you put artifacts on, they should either be a type match or they should be the artifact of the character. This is doing nothing right now because she's not a destruction character and she's also not this character, so it's not doing any good. Iron Man. I don't think he's super proc friendly. I wouldn't have a proc on him, but it's fine for now. This is at least a type match. At least the Justice. He's a Justice character. You can tell because it's purple. At least all of these are done. That's good. Okay. I don't think Iron Man's worth all this, but okay. I mean, you're starting out. So it's about building your teams and fleshing out your characters right now. Doctor Strange is strong pretty much everywhere. Storm is easily one of the top 5 characters. Captain America Sharon Rogers is fantastic at World Boss Legendary. Ghost Rider is pretty strong, and he's a great support. This is not a very good CTP for him. You're still doing the artifact mistake here. Thor is not bad. Rage is okay. You would be better off having the Rage on your Doctor Strange. Thor is good at World Boss, but he's just not good in all game modes. Again, we want to finish our ISO 8 sets. Sentry, Authority, and Regen. I mean, this is not his best uniform. You don't want to focus on PvP right now, so all of this is fine for the moment. Let's see. Venom's probably going to be worth building up. He's getting a new uniform too. Loki, if you can get the hero uniform, he's meta in a lot of different game modes. He might be worth free building. Moon Knight potentially could be worth building. Let's see what the new uniform looks like first. Gamora is pretty free to play friendly and pretty easy to use. You might want to consider building her. You've got her uniform already. Dazzler is a great support for Storm. Try to build her up a little bit. Those are some of the things that I would consider working on for right now. You want to look at building teams, look at supports, look at who's best for different game modes, and go from there. It takes time. Feel free to continue to ask questions here or in different groups and go from there. First, remove Avengers card. Can I ask you, are you married? I am. Oh, I guessed right, lol. Blaze is married, yes. Good luck next time. Ah. And he's not into men. Yeah, I am also. Okay, what's your point? Oh, you're a female? I think I made mistake in my joke. I don't know. I don't know if you're making a joke or not. I might be the dense one. No, I am. I don't know what that means. Thank you so much, brother. Will improve. Absolutely, yeah. And always feel free to hang out. I try to get streaming right around reset. I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube, so you'll catch me on one of the two on Saturdays only. But feel free to leave comments on my videos. I might eventually reopen my Discord, but yeah. Love seeing Blaze confused. So you get so... I'm not going to get into it right now. I'll get into it later. I'll just drop it. I'll just drop it. But yes, Blaze gets very entertained. I don't like to make assumptions. I'll just leave it at that. You want to check too? Sure, why not? Let me try to copy and paste. Says you're invalid. Must not have typed something right. Or is the hashtag in front of it? I mean, I'll try the hashtag, but... Oh, does have the hashtag. Okay, my bad. My bad. What you think, bro, after Countdown event will receive 11k crystals? I doubt we're going to get that much. But, I mean, there could be something. That was just for 10th anniversary because it's a bigger year. Right. It was a milestone. What is the secret of long and... I don't know. If you're talking about my hair, it's not black. It's actually brown. If you're talking about just having long hair, period, I recommend keeping it untangled and brushed. Trim it so it doesn't get split ends, and wash it. I mean, just basic stuff. Most we will get will be up to 4k crystals. I could see us getting crystals. I have no idea how many the amount will be. I mean, it's an anniversary. They will have crystals discounted to purchase too. If you're gonna buy crystals, anniversary and Black Friday are the two best times to buy them. I typically try to do a Stark stash every month. It's like $5 US roughly, a little less, but it's just basically about $5, and you get a whole bunch of crystals for it. It's the best bang for the buck throughout the year. They've added some other things that are not bad either. But let me quick give some advice on this account and then go from there. So to begin with, you've got... I'm laughing because everybody seems to have this equipped today. Every single account I've looked at has this card. New Avengers is not a good card for PvE, which is player versus environment. The fact that every single person has it equipped is cracking me up. I feel like I'm being trolled today. Really do. So first of all, just get rid of this. Don't work on this. So when you're picking, and I have a whole video on this. So I'm going to share the video link really quick, and then I'm going to continue talking. Check out my YouTube channel, search for some key topics, but one of them is cards. Let's see, which one's the newest one? This is from 3 years ago. Is that really the last time I did a card video? Most of it should still be relevant. Okay, so the most recent card video is this one. This is the most recent card video. There's obviously other stuff on my channel and stuff too, but here's the big thing to remember with cards. A P card has the top 3 stats. So if you see where it says additional pierce, increase 2% in green, below that are 3 stats that are in orange. Ignore defense, max hit points, critical damage, right? A normal card, the top 2 stats are locked. A P card, the top 3 stats are locked, which means they will never change no matter how many times you roll it. The bottom cards randomly reroll to new stats. The other thing to note is the top 2 of the orange stats. I think it's the top 2. Yeah, top 2 of the orange stats. The third one is always locked at 5.1%, but the top 2 will change based upon the quality. 7's your max, so that's why it's 11%. Same thing with your crafted star stats for the very, very top. All of those 6 stats, 7 is 11%. That's why over here at 4, you see they're at 9. Everything's at 9. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. You get 3 locked stats. So that means when you're picking your P cards, you want to look out for 2 things. Stats you need that are universally good, and the proc, which is rollable on the bottom stat. Right now, there's about 4 cards that have a really good proc. Luna Snow, Ghost Rider, White Fox, and the new Galactus card. Those 4 have a proc worth getting. So going over here to your Luna, you don't have that proc. Now, re-rolling and losing a quality 7 is going to hurt, but that proc is critical. The other thing to keep an eye out for is what the stats actually are. Right here, Guardians of the Galaxy, max hit points is... I mean, it's not terrible to have, but it's not doing a lot for you. The all attack is super huge. Most of the P cards that are recommended have an attack stat. All attack is the best because it's best for energy and physical. Attack speed's a solid one. So the Guardians is actually decent. It's at a quality 7. At the bottom there, though, you have cooldown, mine resist, and all defense. Those are not great stats for random stats at the bottom. A double attack is. Those are hard to roll, especially getting a quality of 5 or above. So when you're working on your cards, you got to be careful. What are you losing and how is it going to impact you? But I still highly recommend you get rid of, replace this card. Roll this eventually to get the proc. This should have the proc. It doesn't either. This is the other card that needs a proc. It's a low enough quality that it's not going to hurt you as much to re-roll. Try to get the proc on this, on the bottom stat, and try to get better additional stats. Cooldown and critical rate, you're going to lose those. That's going to hurt your account. Critical rate and cooldown are important. So I wouldn't roll this one first. I would probably roll this one first. But rolling equipped cards can hurt you as well. Likewise, this zombie is focused on PvP because of the ignore, dodge, and the max hit points. This is not a very good card to have for a PvE set. So eventually, zombies, you might consider replacing it. This definitely needs to be replaced. The other 3 cards are solid cards. They just need to be tuned up a bit. As far as your builds here, well, let's look at your swords. Should have 1 of each color. You do. Okay, and you're working on building them up. Just remember that you can re-roll for your cooldown. And I don't see cooldown at all. So you can re-roll swords, and I have a video on swords as well, to get cooldown rate. Oh, there it is. Cooldown rate 2%. You can get that much higher. You want to re-roll your cards to get a higher percentage. Yeah, there's no such thing as a good hybrid deck. Hybrid deck hurts you in both game modes. You don't get a ton out of PvP. PvP is very competitive, and you usually have to spend money to be competitive. So I highly recommend focus on PvE to mine materials. You can do it how you want, but you asked for advice, so this is the advice I'm giving you. Over here, you have Kang. Yeah, see, another person with 3 tier 4 characters that are PvP meta. 4 tier 4 characters that are PvP meta, tiered 4, and have the best CTP possible. I mean, obviously you can get it, you know, a brilliant, but I mean that's so. I think it would help to have some more Odin's blessings and have them amplified. And you have empty slots. I would never leave empty slots on your gear. So you definitely want to equip full Uru and or Odin's blessings for your characters. Scarlet Witch with a rage. Brilliant rage at that. Perfect. That's good. Thanos. Competition is completely 100% wasted on him. This makes me sad. So the competition, most of the time people that are using the competition, they're throwing them on characters like Mephisto, who's meta right now. Or they're throwing them on characters like, I've seen some on Hades, Mephisto, Storm gets it a lot, and I've also seen it on Scarlet Witch. But a brilliant competition is hard to get, and I would 100% pull it off Thanos. I don't think Thanos is worth using at all. There's no game mode he exceeds in, especially with the Wise Harvester. If you take his newest uniform, he has some PvP value, but he's not top meta. So I would 100% pull this off. Also, ISO 8 sets, if they're tier 4, you should have all of these at 6 red stars. That affects your set bonus, so get that as high as you can. Doctor Strange with a rage is good. Again, finish his set bonus. You probably flush him out a little bit better. I would say Storm and Doctor Strange is part of the top 5 meta for PvE. Probably eventually want to put this up to a re-rolled rage, like a mighty at the least. Storm, see, brilliant competition. That's perfectly fine. Man, 2 brilliants. That's impressive. She's not a bad person to put this on. But this is a terrible set. Evasive maneuvers. So I have a whole video on ISO 8 sets. You basically want to get what's meta, which is the attack sets. Unless it's a PvP character, there are defensive ones. But there's 3 attack sets. Overdrive, Power of the Angry Hulk, and Hawkeye's. The biggest difference between the 3 of them is Hawkeye's is for skill cooldown. Most people aren't hurting on that, so I advise avoiding that. Overdrive and Poa, one I think gives like crit rate, and I think the other one gives attack speed, I think is the difference between those 2. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you want to try to roll one of those 2 sets for all your characters because it gives a little boost to damage. So 100% get rid of elusive maneuvers, re-roll your ISO 8 set, finish your ISO 8 set, and max it all out for her, and it will be a big difference for your gameplay. Also, with these Urus, honestly, you should have 6 stars. Nothing below a 5-star. Like 4-star critical rate, give something better, amplify your slots. It'll make a difference. Hulk Rage, perfectly acceptable. Moon Knight, let's hope his new uniform works. You got the anger proc, good enough right now, but the top stat being an immunity to mind control, I don't think. I mean, at least it's an anger proc, but I would replace that eventually. Venom with a rage, I get that. Again, you got really Overdrive's a good set, by the way. Really got to finish your sets here. Iron Man with an energy, I can kind of see that. He's not really super useful right now, but I can see that. Gamora, get her newest uniform if you can. She's better with her newest uniform. She's actually meta in AB. Gwenpool was strong. She kind of fell off. Nick Fury, good leadership. Spider-Gwen, give her a proc. She's pretty proc friendly, and she can do a lot of work on world bosses. Interesting. I would probably stick something more on here for PvP focus. Not that you're going to use him a lot, but he has more value in PvP. I probably wouldn't have tiered for him or recommended it. Black Bolt has fallen off as well. You could probably strip his rage, but if you don't have Kamala, then you're probably going to need to use Black Bolt. I don't see Kamala, Miss Marvel. So yeah, you're probably using Black Bolt. That's fine. Captain Marvel, she's fallen off. I would pull this rage and give it to someone better. Ghost Rider competition. There, again, there's better options for competition, but I mean, Ghost Rider at least has the whole... I don't know. I just don't think he would be worthy of a competition, in my opinion. Thor, Mighty Judgment, that's fine. Just finish his ISO set. Poe is also a good set, so that's fine. And if you can build Mephisto, build Mephisto. He's better with a competition than a Rage, from what I've seen. I would probably put the Mighty Rage on someone like Doctor Strange and put one of the competitions on him, but that's just my 2 cents. So that's kind of it. If you can build Loki, if you can get the newest uniform, he 100% replaces Thanos, hands down. I mean, I guess you don't have anyone else to use but Thanos at the moment for Universal, especially Universal Villain. But that's a very old uniform, and he's pretty dated. So, that's a little bit of advice for you. That's my 2 cents. Hopefully that's helpful. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Yeah, that's true. I probably should have gone over rolling the CTPs properly as well. I've been looking more at the CTPs than how they're rolled. I probably should have pointed that out. That's a very good point. MF Doom. MFF Doom. Okay. But on that note, most of the other stuff I have for today is like autoplay stuff, and I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I think I'm going to wrap up today's stream and let some autoplay kick in. As always, appreciate y'all hanging out. I will let you know I eventually will be getting crystal coupons, so check out on Saturdays. I like to pass out crystal coupons when I stream. So as a star creator, I'll pass them out. I will start usually, like I said, on Twitch and then come over here to YouTube eventually if I can get YouTube replaced, like my star creator status with YouTube instead of my Twitch one. I will probably stream here exclusively. We'll play that by ear in the future. When you look at accounts, don't ignore the Urus. Some people don't know what they are doing and give defense, attack, speed Urus. That's fair too. That's a good point. So it's good to mention. Again, great critiques both from Doom and Solar, both calling out what's rolled on the CTPs as well as making sure you're equipping useful Odin's Blessings instead of just any Odin's Blessing. That's a good point. Fair advice from both of you. Appreciate it. So, on that note, everyone have yourself a wonderful weekend. If you are one of those individuals who celebrates Easter, I hope you have a great Easter. And if you don't celebrate Easter, I hope you have a great day. In either case, have a good one, and I will catch you in the next one.